Hey everybody, I'm Morgan from BayAreaBeautyBlogger.com, and today I'm going to be putting two products from Clinique's Fit line to the test. The products I'm going to be testing out today are the Clinique Fit Workout Makeup Broad Spectrum SPF 40 and the Clinique Fit Post-Workout Neutralizing Face Powder. I like to wear a little bit of makeup when I work out. You know, maybe some mascara, fill in my brows, put on a little bit of foundation. So in order to take better care of my skin, I'm hoping that this is going to be a good option. When I saw that Clinique released this Clinique Fit line, I was really interested and intrigued and I wanted to give it a try. First, we'll try out the foundation. I clearly have some eye makeup on and a little bit of a lip gloss right now, but there's nothing on my face. My face is bare. To start this wear test out, I'm gonna go ahead and put the foundation on. First things first, on the back it says shake well, so that's what I'm gonna do. As you can probably hear, there are some beads in it to help shake everything up, mesh it all together, because it does have some SPF. The ingredients might separate if it's sitting around for a while. Not totally positive, that's just my guess. I also want to point out that on the back there are some claims. So we have that it's 12-hour wear, it has a natural matte finish, it's oil-free, allergy tested, 100% fragrance-free, and ophthalmologist tested. I'm going to shake it a little more. Alright, let's put it on. Oh, twisting off the cap, some is already pouring out. This is, well, I knew it was a liquid foundation, but this is definitely looking like it's really watery. Okay, so I put some on my fingers before it seeps through my fingertips. Let's go ahead and put it on. I can tell that it is fragrance-free as far as there are no perfumes in it, but it does have a slightly funky scent, probably because of that SPF. But since it's protecting my skin from the sun, I almost said my sun from the skin. Since it's protecting my skin from the sun, I'm gonna go ahead and let that slide. Even though it is really watery, I can feel that it's drying very quickly on my face. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look in a mirror and see how it's looking. So it looks like it blends in really easily too. As you just saw, I didn't use a makeup sponge or a blending brush or blending sponge, whatever, at all. I just used my fingers and it went on pretty evenly. And it's already dry. It feels weightless. Like, I don't really feel like I have anything on my face at all. So already this seems like it's gonna be a good contender when it comes to foundation to wear while you're working out. With one layer, it looks to me like it has a medium coverage, which is great, that's fine. But just for the sake of testing it out, I'm gonna go ahead and put on another layer and see if that kicks it up to a full coverage. It dries so quickly, I feel like I need to put the foundation on my fingers to put on the bottom half of my face and then pump out a little more to put on my forehead, just because it is drying so quickly. You want to make sure that you work and blend it in before it dries up on you. Let's take one more look in the mirror. Yes, I would say that does bump it up to a full coverage, so this is definitely medium to full depending on how much you have on. Take a look. I don't have any concealer on. I didn't have anything on my face before putting this on besides primer, and I think that the coverage is looking pretty good. I don't want to freak you out, but I'm going to give you a closer look. Please don't be watching this on a 72-inch television, because that would just make my head way too big. So what do you think? I don't know. I think the coverage looks good. Now, for the real test. I'm gonna go work out. I'm gonna do some cardio. I'm gonna do some strengthening exercises and maybe some ab work. Thanksgiving is coming up, so I probably will throw that in there too. I'll let myself cool down a little bit and then I'll come back and check in with you and we can see how this looks. I'm already sweating because this room is kind of warm. So, you know, it's doing pretty good so far. All right. Time to work out. Okay, I'm back. I've done my workout. I've stretched a little bit. I've cooled down a little bit so I'm able to talk. And I think that my makeup is still looking pretty good. I'm gonna take a look in the mirror. I really haven't looked at it up close yet. I did dab my face with a towel a few times while I was working out. Usually when I do that, I look at the towel, it's covered in my foundation because it just wipes right off. This time there was a hint of color, but just barely. Barely any of it came off. So already we are off to a good start. Now let's take a look a little bit closer. I'm pleasantly surprised. I think it is still looking pretty good. I am noticing a little bit of redness around my nose. I tend to sweat in that area a little more than the rest of my face, so that's probably what's going on there. But otherwise, I think it's looking pretty good. Let's get up close and personal one more time, and I'll let you take a little bit of a closer look. Remember, no big screen TVs for this. So it's definitely not as perfect as when I first applied it, but it's still looking pretty good. Now let's check out the post-workout neutralizing face powder. So this is to help you if you get really red while you work out. I don't tend to get red unless I really am going at it, like maybe after a soul cycle class or after a cycling class, I will get red. So I'll have to take this with me next time I go. But otherwise, I don't get too red. As you can see, I'm not really all that red right now. That's probably partially thanks to that foundation that I put on, but I'm gonna go ahead and give this a try anyway. So this is gonna neutralize my face even more, make it look even better. And this is convenient because it comes with the applicator sponge attached to it. You don't need to bring any extra makeup sponges with you to the gym. And it even has a mirror. So if you're in a hurry to get back to the office or get to wherever you're going after you work out, you could easily do this on the go, if you're comfortable with that. Or just do it real quick before you leave the gym. Totally up to you. All right, let's try it. So it also locks, I just noticed, so you don't get powder pouring out when you're not using it. So I'm gonna go ahead and twist it to unlock it. And then let me just dab it on my hand to see how this works. Maybe you gotta shake it a little bit. So nothing is really coming out yet. I'm gonna shake it a few more times. Oh, now I'm starting to see a little bit of powder. It looks really sheer. Maybe that's probably what it's supposed to look like, so. Let's go ahead and start dabbing. I don't know if I'm doing this right. I don't think anything really came out. Let me just really see if I can get this to come out more. I feel like I can kind of see some powder coming out. There we go. Okay. Took a little bit to get it started, but now I think we're good. Let's try that again. I'm thinking this would get easier to use as you use it more. It's definitely, there's more powder, more and more powder coming out as I go. I'm gonna put some extra around my nose where I was noticing a little bit of redness. You can see there's a little bit of that foundation on this little puffball right here, but considering that I just worked out and this is not covered in foundation, I remain impressed. Now let's see if this post-workout powder made any sort of a difference. I don't know, maybe I wasn't getting enough out. Maybe I should try to get a little more powder out. But I think it looks pretty much the same as the foundation did. The foundation just looks so good. The foundation stayed in place so well that I don't really think you need this. I mean, if you're wearing no foundation at all and you work out, and then maybe you need to tone your skin down a little bit, then this might be a good option, something to try. But if you're gonna wear the Clinique Fit foundation, I don't think that this post-workout powder is really necessary. A little like gnat or something just flew by my face. I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm a fan of this workout makeup broad spectrum SPF 40 from Clinique Fit. That was definitely a winner for me. It was easy to put on, it's protecting my skin from the sun, it stayed on throughout my workout, and only a minimal amount came off while I patted my face trying to get that sweat off while I was working out, and just a little bit on this powder brush. But other than that, it stayed in place and my face still looks matte. Like, even though I'm still sweating a little bit, my face is not shiny at all. So that's definitely a win. As far as the powder, I'm not as impressed with it. Maybe it helped tone down any shine that I had, even though I really didn't have any. I think, let me check my nose again. It did help with the redness around my nose, and that's what it's for. So if you get some redness, I would definitely give this a try. I think I'll keep this in my bag for when I do cycling classes and like intense cardio workouts, because I do think it would help tone down the redness in those aspects. But if you don't really get red, then you don't really need this. The foundation's gonna be enough for you. Whether you've tried them or not, let me know what you think about the Clinique Fit line, and particularly these two products, in the comments below. Also, before you go, please be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and click that little notification bell so you'll know each and every time I post brand new videos. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Time to relax.